Let's simplify this rational expression. We have the top. 1 plus 1 over x is the same thing as x over x plus 1 over x, all divided by the bottom. We'll multiply top and bottom by x, so we have x squared over x minus 1 over x. We have a common denominator on the numerator, so we'll merge this into a single term. We have x plus 1. And the denominator, we also have one term because we have the same denominator, and we have x squared minus 1. Now this big division sign can be written as this symbol here, division. We'll copy this part here and we'll change this to multiplication and flip it. So we have x over x squared minus 1 can be factored. We have x plus 1, x minus 1. And these x plus 1's cancel, and so do the x's. But on the top we have a hidden 1. So the final answer is 1 over x minus 1. Let's now find the halfway point between these two values. What is 2 and 2/3? 2 plus 2/3, we have 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8, 8 over 3 as an improper fraction. So to find the halfway point between two values, we add them and divide by 2. We're finding the average. So 8 over 3 plus 17 over 4 divided by 2 is the average, or the halfway point. So focusing on the numerator, the LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. 3 times 4 is 12, so we multiply the top by 4. So we have 32. 4 times 3 is 12, so let's multiply 17 times 3. We have 51, and we're still dividing by 2. 32 plus 51 is 83 over 12, and we're dividing by 2. Dividing by 2 is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal, 1 over 2. So we have 83 over 24 as our answer, the halfway point. Let's now find the halfway point between these two values. Again, we add them and divide by 2. The first term, if we multiply top and bottom by 2, we have 6 over 2a, and the second value is 7 over 2a. We add them and divide by 2. We have the same denominator, so we write 2a. 6 plus 7 is 13. And we're going to divide by 2, which is equivalent to multiplying by 1/2. So we have 13 over 4a as the halfway point. Let's find f using algebra. We have this reciprocal of f, 1 over f, equals this value. Let's combine it to a single term by focusing on the LCM. The first term, 1 over u, if you multiply top and bottom by v, we get v over uv. And the second term, let's multiply top and bottom by u, so we get u over uv. These are now the same in terms of the denominator, so we'll combine this into a single term. We have v plus u over uv is equals to 1 over f. So let's take the reciprocal of both sides. You can actually cross multiply or take the reciprocal. So f equals the numerator and denominator switched. We have uv over v plus u is the same thing as u plus v, and this here is our answer. We found f. Let's try this question here as well, this challenge question. We have p over p minus x minus this term over here. So let's rewrite it beside each other. We have p over p minus x minus x over p minus x. As for the second part, we have q over q minus x minus this negative 1 gets distributed to each part, x over q minus x. Furthermore, for this last part, we have r over r minus x minus this last term, which is x over r minus x. We have a common denominator, so we can combine into one term. We have p minus x, and we have p minus x on top. As for the second part, we have a common denominator, q minus x, and here again we have q minus x. Finally, we have the denominator r minus x, and the top also becomes r minus x. Same divided by same is 1. So the simplified result is 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3.